Hi everyone and welcome back to Ion Harness Racing Weekend Review. I'm Heather Dodds. 8 classes competed in Breeders' Crown Finals this past weekend at Meadowlands Racetrack. Let's take a look at some of the highlights. On Saturday, we saw 11-year-old European standout Commander Crowe increase his earnings to $5.09 million and become the oldest Breeders' Crown champion in history after winning the $500,000 Open Trot. Foiled again previously held the record for the oldest winner after winning last season's Breeders' Crown Open Pace at the age of 9. Commander Crowe finished by 3/4 of a length in a stakes record equaling 151 over favorite Maven.
Oh, it's like a shock. It's like a dream. I don't think I'm not sure if I'm awake or I'm dreaming. So it's fantastic.
What does the future hold for Commander Crowe?
Oh, this was supposed to be his last race, but you never know. But maybe he will stop. I'm not sure. It's always the trainer who to decide.
It's all the time something special, you know. When you come to America, we are from Europe, and it's another world here. It's so nice victory because, of course, when you win in Europe, it's nice, but to come there with one French horse and beat the American horse, it's something special.
J.K. She's a Lady, Father Patrick, and It Cerry also captured their Breeders' Crown Finals, setting them up as the favorites for the Horse of the Year. First, J.K. She's a Lady continued her unbeaten streak by winning the $500,000 Breeders' Crown for 2-year-old filly Pacers in 150-2 with Tim Tetrick in the bike for trainer Nancy Johansson and owner Three Brothers Stables of New York. Finishing in a track and stakes record 150-2, J.K. She's a Lady is now 12 for 12 and would be the first 2-year-old pacing filly to win Horse of the Year should she receive that honor.
Easy on her tonight, did they?
No, they didn't, but she's a super filly. She could race either way now. She's not one-dimensional. She could leave, she could come from behind. She proved it tonight.
Tell us about the year you've had with her.
Oh, it's been amazing. It's been super, words can't describe it. It's like Sam Rosen once said about the New York Rangers. It's something you're never going to forget, winning tonight. It's going to last a lifetime.
Did you ever think you're going to get a horse like this just coming right out?
You know, I'm kind of hard on myself, so I kind of expected myself to have a horse like this in the future, but maybe not my second year of training. That's just unbelievable. Gifts come from God, and I guess she's a gift.
Look at her dig in. She's the mile, that's what I'm thinking.
She's a lady, she's a great filly, and my filly's a great filly. I think they're going to go out into all of them next year, and she's going to beat me, and I'm going to beat her.
Father Patrick and driver Yannick Gingras won their $500,000 Breeders' Crown for 3-year-old trotting colts by a neck in a stakes record time of 151-4 on Saturday at the Meadowlands, fending off second-place finisher E.L. Titan and stablemate Nuncio, who finished third. Father Patrick is trained by Jimmy Tactor and owned by the Father Patrick stable.
He was dominant, but Nuncio was on his back trying to get out. Did you feel him back there?
Yeah, I knew he had Trot, but I had plenty of Trot myself. I didn't give him racetrack until I went on the stretch. But then at that point, it was like I let him through on the inside and let the best horse win, and my horse was the best horse.
The Hamiltonian was one of the biggest disappointments of my career, but you know what? Coming back here tonight and seeing the way this colt raced tonight was fantastic.
It Cerry and driver Ron Pierce won the $500,000 3-year-old filly trot on Friday night at the Meadowlands, finishing in a stakes record time of 152-2, 2/5 of a second faster than the previous mark set by Be a Magician in 2013. This win also marked back-to-back Breeders' Crown victories for It Cerry and Ron Pierce and makes It Cerry the first trotting filly to win back-to-back crowns since Cameron Hall in 2001 and 2002. It Cerry is trained by Jimmy Tactor and owned by Solveig's Racing Partners.
I didn't have to get in a hurry. Everybody else was, so I just kicked back and relaxed, and I knew we'd blow by him in the line.
She's as good that she could race with the boys and do very well, and she's just a classy horse, and I had Pamper Princess, Passionate Clyde, and those kind of fillies, and this filly's notch over them.
2013 Horse of the Year Be a Magician won Friday's $250,000 Breeders' Crown Mare Trot in a stakes record 151-4 after holding off Classic Martine. The race was under review following the finish to determine whether Be a Magician interfered with Classic Martine in the stretch, but judges found no reason for a disqualification, and Be a Magician and driver Brian Sears remained the winner. Trained by Nifty Norman and owned by Mel Hartman, Herb Liverman and David McDuffie. This win increases Be a Magician's earnings to $421,314 and gives Brian Sears his 25th Breeders' Crown victory.
I was real happy with the effort she made. It was a big first quarter, but I also got a good middle half, so I was really pleased with the way she raced. I couldn't ask for a better effort out of her tonight.
I never realized, and I don't think anybody can truly appreciate how difficult it is for these 4-year-olds to race these older horses. It's a little different, and she's a little bigger and stronger now at the end of the year. Hopefully we can keep going, and we'll come back again next year, and maybe we can have another great year.
Shell Escape and driver John Campbell defeated Rocklamation by a half length to win the $281,250 Breeders' Crown Mare Pace in 149.4 at the Meadowlands on Saturday, making this the second consecutive victory in this event for Shell Escape and owners Bayman Racing. Shell Escape is trained by P.J. Fraley.
Well, it wasn't a very good trip. I didn't get away anywhere near where I wanted. I was way back in the field, and a lot of cover on the other flow. The key to the race was the fractions up front. If they're slower, we don't get into the race at all. But even as far back as she was around the last turn, I thought she was going to make up a lot of ground and get a good piece of it.
You've been driving this horse for years. Has she changed it all over the years?
Yeah, she's changed. Her best race was always as a closer. She won actually a heat of the Jugette coming from way back, which is hard to do. So that's her best trait, and her best race is when you don't use her the first part, she'll kick home strong.
We just seem to do very well with mares in the barn, and over the years I've been able to acquire a couple ready-made mares.
Making this the second consecutive victory in this event for Shell Escape and owners Bayman Racing. Shell Escape is trained by P.J. Fraley. And here are the results of the other Breeders' Crown finals held at the Meadowlands over the weekend. Remember to follow us on Facebook and Twitter and catch all the latest news on ustrotting.com. This is our final edition of Ion Harness Racing Weekend Review for 2014, and I want to thank all those who contributed to the show, including Paul Ramlow, Allison Conti, Gigi Diaz, Ken Weingardner, TJ Burkett, Mark Hall, Rich Johnston, and all of our member tracks. See you next time on Ion Harness Racing Weekend Review.